Dominating is not winning by 6.
100%, and I agree.
So?
But for 3 quarters, for what is it?
3 quarters. How many quarters are in a football game?
There's 4.
Okay, that's what I thought. Welcome back to another Tranquilo Sports Show where we are going to be highlighting a very, 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 very depressing, not even surprisingly depressing, recap of the Miami Dolphins. And we'll touch on some unfortunate FIU news as well. Bad weekend there. Then, unfortunately, some bad with the Florida State Seminoles, which is why I'm wearing this atrocity right now. Like, look how ugly these colors are.
Don't worry, Andre, this is happy me. I'm not a robot in any way. I haven't been replaced. Thank you. I'm always happy.
Yeah.
I love football.
We're
I love football.
We're gonna have to bring in the new Dave for this because Dave's going through it.
I'm malfunctioning, actually. That's just disgusting.
It's terrible.
I want to get my boom, blow off that ibis that's in the trees right here. I hate football. Football sucks.
It's
all right?
so bad right now.
It's the worst sport. Luckily, hockey just started today.
It did.
Because that's the best sport. We are a hockey town. Let's not forget that we are back-to-back Stanley Cups. We're undefeated as Stanley Cup champions on this show. We started the show, and boom, we became champions. Football stinks, all right? I'm done with football, man. I'm done with it.
I'm out of words, honestly. Like, you get so amped up for your team. You have all these expectations. All for what? For what?
For disappointment, lifetime. I live a lifetime. We live a lifetime of disappointment, constant, and it's just like finding new ways to be disappointed. Finding, I've truly actually like reached the stage of where a couple weeks ago I was really pissed.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like,
You're like, no, you're numb to it at this point.
I'm like numb. I'm just like, ugh. I'm at the stage of like, like, do we really like? Honestly, I was talking shit about the Panthers, that podcast, that quit on the Panthers.
Yes.
And I was like, I would never do that. And then we lost to the Panthers, and I'm like, ugh.
I understand it now.
God, I understand. And then the last thing I want to do is talk about this team.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we're at now.
It's crazy because we were looking at the Jets game.
I know.
Took care of business against the Jets. And then, go into Carolina and you're like, okay, you're sitting at 2-3.
Yeah.
A lot of AFC teams have lost up to that point. So you're like, you're sitting at 2-3.
Yeah.
You're like, you're not feeling terrible about it, especially with like some of the games coming up. Chargers losing 2 in a row. Then you got, Cleveland, you got Atlanta. And they've held their own.
Yeah.
They got good defenses. But you're like, those are winnable games.
That and the state of the league right now, like, right?
Yeah,
there's a lot
exactly.
of teams that are, there's 8-1-4 teams, right? And this is, looking back even beforehand.
Right.
Like, where if you can pull off this win, like, yes, like, it looks so ugly, but we are still kind of in it. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
And now it's like, ugh, God, like, really? Like, it's just like, it really deflates. Even, like, my hope was vanished pretty early, and then, like, the Jets game kind of, like, pumped some more air into that balloon. I'm like, and then fucking Bryce.
No, it didn't even last. It didn't last a week.
No, it didn't last.
It didn't last a week. That's the crazy part about it because I thought it was gonna last a couple weeks.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Trust me, I knew my heart was gonna get ripped out at one point.
Yeah.
But did I think it was gonna happen the week after feeling a little glimpse of a hope?
Yeah.
Against the Carolina Panthers, having a 17-0 lead. I mean, in the group chat, we're all saying like, yo, we're back. We're up 17-0.
Booking our flight to San Fran. Yeah.
All to just really, really rip our house. It's ridiculous.
It's so bad. Oh my God, this team, man.
Last week when we were talking about it, right? We were talking about that plank that we were holding on to, right? And we were holding on to dear life. And then when the Jets won, we said like, if we did it, we'd be pulling ourselves off. I'm sorry, like, maybe I got a pinky on right now. Maybe.
How? You had a pinky on last week.
I know, but we won.
See you, I'm like, no.
Well, we won last week, so now I had 2 hands back on.
Actually, I'm in the water. I'm jumping up. I'm grabbing you like, come with me, Andre.
No, someone's got to drag me down. Someone's got to drag me down. You got the Chargers this week, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Cleveland and you got Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
And then you got that gauntlet of a stretch, which is like Baltimore, which obviously we know Baltimore hasn't looked great up to this point.
Well, they're at least
they're strong. I mean, they have injured, like, bro, $160 million of their cap space was injured this past week. Like, so at least they have a reason. But even before, they didn't look really good either.
Yeah.
But you look
That
at
defense is really bad.
what's
A lot of
coming
bad
up.
defenses.
It's really hard for me to really like. I can't feel like we're going to win a game.
Well, we should be underdogs in every other game of the rest of the season except maybe the Jets again.
Right, the only winless team in the freaking NFL.
Yeah, exactly. Like realistically, and
A team that we gave up 400 yards of offense to.
The issue is that we truly are like we're like 2 plays away from being 3-2,
I
which
know.
makes it even worse. Because I mean, again, we're like an inch away from scoring a touchdown against New England, but we're also
Oh my God, I forgot that happened in that game.
That
I
and
just
then,
think about
and
the
then the
kickoff
ending.
return.
I mean, that game was just really terrible. And then honestly,
The Buffalo
this
Steeler
game-
play.
Buffalo Steeler, but you know what? Buffalo, you just chalk up as a loss no matter what. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's a loss. It's a scheduled loss.
Right.
That we should have beat the Pats, and then we should have won
beat
this
Carolina,
game. I mean,
yeah.
we were up 17-0.
Yeah.
And
3
then
and
even
2
by the way,
feels
and
a
then-
whole lot better than 1 and 4.
yeah, exactly. It does, and it's crazy how different that does feel. And then it's just like we had the chance to, like it's 4th down. It's like the defense. We're like, you have one chance to just make one stop, and the game's pretty much over, and they just still couldn't do it. This is the worst. I mean, there's some really bad defenses this year.
Yeah.
Like I mean, us, the Cowboys. The Ravens. There's a few other. Honestly, the Panthers. Like a bunch of bad defenses.
Let's look.
And ours just looks like, we do apply no pressure. The DBs we thought that would be our biggest weakness. It's really our front seven is terrible.
Even though our DBs had a pretty bad game this past weekend.
No, they're not good. Don't get me wrong. They are not good. I'm just saying, like you would think that we'd be losing because of them versus our run defense allowing Rico Dowdle to go for 200 plus yards, dude.
What was that?
We cannot. Everybody. This is a new gambling play. Just take the over on rushing yards against anybody, any running back who plays against us. And we have a bunch of backups going up against us and upcoming. Slam them, pick them up in fantasy, start them, everything. This is the worst run defense I might have ever seen.
No, it's terrible. And the worst part about it, of course, I won against Rico in freaking fantasy this week too. So why not? You stab me from this side with the Dolphins loss, which hurt already. But it's like, you know what? At least fantasy. Nope. Oh, hit me again. It's like, and then hit me with the UM dagger on top of it. And it's like, God damn. You catch a damn break in this sports world right now.
No, football really, like, it sucks. It's like crazy because, like, this is now season 3 for us, right? This is season 3. We've gone through 2 Stanley Cup championship runs. Even the Heat were coming off of a finals run, and just the football side of it really is like
made the
hampering
playoffs
us
and
down.
went to Kansas City.
It did. It was sick. 2023. You know what? We'll go there real quick because this is essentially the end of this era. Like this era is over.
Right.
Mike McDaniel, the Chris Greer, like
you would think
maybe
so, right?
Tua, like you know what I mean? Like this era is pretty much coming to an end. You'd think so, right?
Yeah.
It's so sad that 2023 season is in our 30-year lives the best year we've ever had, actually, ironically.
By far.
Like, that's like the most fun we've ever had.
I've never been
in McDaniel, and it's thanks to these guys that we really want out of here so badly 2 years later.
Yeah.
And it didn't even come with a playoff win, but that year alone was just so exciting for us. That's so sad.
Yeah.
While so happy, I would take that right now, 100%.
Oh, all day.
Like, oh my God, like that's what we had to show for it. Like that team was.
Well, you know what? We made the right decision by going to negative 23-degree weather, right?
Yes.
Because in our mindset, going into that decision, it was like, we don't know when we'll get this again.
That's true.
And here we are 2 years later.
It was an awesome trip. An awesome real quick.
It was an awesome trick, sick experience, great hospitality in Kansas City. But like, everyone's like, you're crazy. Well, I'm like, I'm not crazy because, like, to your point, this is the best that we've ever like felt about a team. So like, why not go to that game? And here we are with a very high chance that there might be a scenario where we're going to go through a rebuild.
Yeah.
And you know how rebuilds go. Those things take time.
Yeah.
And it'll be probably the 7th rebuild of our lifetime. Yeah. So God knows when we'll see some sort of glimpse of hope with this team. And when you look, maybe not at this roster specifically, but the roster that we've had over the course of the last 3 years, you thought that this was maybe the turning point of like the fanhood for us, right? Like we're going to maybe get a couple playoff games under our belt. But no, we were right. We were right. We knew we had to go do that because we knew we were screwed because we're maybe not going to get one again for God knows when.
God knows when. the rebuild's really gonna suck.
Rebuilds suck, man. They
Like,
suck.
like this year, I mean, it's not even. It's crazy.
And you have
'cause
teams that have just been good for like 20 years,
Yeah.
and it's not us.
And then there's teams that take forever to actually rebuild. There's
Right.
teams that are still rebuilding.
Yep.
Like, like people were like, see how good the Lions are. Like that took 40 years. I mean,
Stop. Don't even. Don't
the Browns, you know what's crazy about the Browns too? It's like they are the laughing stock of the NFL for like pretty much its entire career.
Yeah.
And let's say 20 years.
Yeah.
They've had 30 something quarterbacks in 20 years or something like that. It's like something, I know it's an exaggeration, and they still have more playoff wins. Like their fans have witnessed playoff wins. Their defense is legitimately one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Yeah,
If
some
they
say
just
the
were
best.
to hit on one of these 27 quarterbacks or something,
You would
like,
think,
they would
right?
Be, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's so hard. Like it's so hard to rebuild, and it's such a luck of the draw. Like again, we're gonna beat Herbert's ass this weekend, and Tua owns Herbert. But you think of the hypotheticals, like what if we would have landed a Herbert or something?
Yeah.
Would it have been much different? Like could we
think
fault
so.
ourselves? Like you know what I mean? Like where would we slip up inevitably? It feels like along the way. So whatever. Now we have to we cross our fingers and hope we get some guys, because like this rookie class, send them into the moon, because this team I've never seen two
It's crazy.
worse first two picks
Like
in the Dolphins in my life. Actually,
they're statistically
The worst.
PFF.
That's what I'm saying.
rated
Yeah.
the worst.
Who knows? Maybe one day they turn around and they're great, and I hope that's all I want.
It's just
But
not
right
what
now
you
they are
want out
so
of like
bad.
your
They're so bad.
your first 2 day picks. Like
Yeah,
that's just not
I'm
what
saying.
you want.
Yeah, like
They don't. You don't have to expect them to be great, but it can't be as bad as what they've been.
Freaking sun, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, do we have like player development issues? Like
Bro, everything across the board for us is A+. Every offseason, ranking we're number one, and we still can't.
You know what it's
blend
like?
it together, bro.
You know how in fantasy, when they give the projections after you
Yeah,
draft,
yeah.
and you get you're projected the number one, you got an A+ draft.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst sign, actually.
It is.
When you get an A+
It's a
in your
curse.
Fantasy draft,
It's a curse.
it means you're actually probably going to do terrible. You want to kind of be in like that
Yeah.
C to D range. So maybe we gotta kick back on some of these good things that Stephen Ross does for the facility and taking care of the team and the players and all that, because clearly it doesn't translate to wins.
No, it does not. I'll tell you what, it definitely does not translate to wins. So
Man, I don't get it, this team. But obviously we got Chargers this week. I don't even know what to expect out of this week.
listen, I'll tell you what though.
It's a home game. You think people boycott? I mean, the banner's been
I'll be
flying
there.
every week. The Fire Greer
there might be
and
3 banners
Mike.
this time around. We should buy a banner. Stay tranquilo and Fire Greer. That's what we're gonna fly. That's what we're gonna fly.
I think it's about like 4K. It's not
Yeah.
terrible.
Sponsor. Whoever wants to sponsor that plane,
Yeah.
let us know. We will fly a Stay Tranquilo Fire Greer plane. But listen, and again, like it's annoying because I want to I can't root against this team.
No, of course not. I'm gonna watch Sunday
right,
and root
for
die
us,
hard
right?
for
I want
them.
us to win this game, especially this game. I love beating Herbert, just because of the whole narrative, and it's like at least I can hold on to that.
Yeah.
Just Tua beating Herbert, like you know what? Like I'll take that. But it's like the part of me obviously wants us to if we're gonna be this bad, right, and get the first round pick. But then it's also like I just can't. Like I can't go there Sunday and just watch this team and be like, lose. Like I can't do it. I physically can't do it.
I can't.
Like I have to when I'm there and I will be there, I am rooting for this team die hard. But now the loss is this loss hurt a ton, and then a couple hours later I'm like, you know what?
It is what
Whatever,
it is.
I guess. But then what makes it worse is that the NFL is kind of shaping up in a way this year that it's so top heavy in terms of we've got teams that are 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, and everyone else is 1-4.
Yeah.
So we're really only one game out of the wild card or something like that. And it's what the hell?
But that makes this loss hurt
I know.
so much more.
This and the Patriots, it makes it hurt more.
Because
we'd be in the playoffs.
if we were stringing together these crappy wins while everyone else is winning, I'm like, well, whatever. We're just not good enough to hang.
We literally beat right now. If we beat the Patriots and Panthers, we would be the 6th seed right now.
And be a game back of the division.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's disgusting. But you see, that game I don't like to play. Because
I know.
Then the losses make me really angry.
I know.
Right? When you start realizing the situation. Okay, let's play this hypothetical game. Win the next 3.
Wow.
Chargers, Browns, Falcons.
Oh my God.
Shock the world this weekend. It goes like you shocked the world last week with the loss. Shock the world this weekend.
Is, like,
what's the spread in this game?
We're 5. I think it's 5.5. I really think. Yeah, I think with the worst part about it is I really think we can beat the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers are good.
They've lost 2 in a row, which I hate because are they going to really lose 3 in a row?
It's because of that. It's because they're banged up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we went against an injured running back this weekend, and what happened?
They're also missing their 2 best offensive linemen now. Like that's why they're losing. Like they're crumbling. And it's it's a cross country travel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it screams Dolphins, right? Like it screams Dolphins, but like
I mean, we're missing 3 offensive linemen too.
we stink. We're so bad. And
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill,
Yeah.
No, I know. I mean,
So maybe this team really isn't that bad.
There was a graphic today. I was like showing like the teams and their injuries, and like we have like 17 players injured, and like the Ravens have like 19. The Cowboys actually have like 20.
Oh my God.
The Chargers have like I think around 20 as well. It's like crazy. Like it's,
No, the injuries have been bad this year. But
nuts.
that's where you kind of got to take advantage of these situations. That's just the reality. But like to your point, you're not going to stop rooting for this team.
No,
they can.
I can't.
They can. They
I
can
mean, I've
win 3
already
in a row, and all of a sudden, I am so back on the train. It is crazy.
I'm in such a toxic relationship with this team.
It's unhealthy.
It's unhealthy. Like it's at this point, like it's so toxic that I can't quit it. Like it's there's nothing I can do about it. Like they're gonna beat me up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk out with a black eye every Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be the next day, hey honey, like that's like this team. Like they have a stranglehold on me.
Yeah.
That I can't explain. And I wouldn't want it any other day, baby. Fence up.
There's got to be a scenario though, right? If you lose the next 3, it's got to be over. As far as like why?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Like why even keep the staff around at that point?
No, you shouldn't. By the way, we should. The fact that no one's been fired yet is insane.
No, I don't think it's. Listen,
Like,
I
Greer should've
understand
been
the
fired already.
rationale
Greer should be
behind
fired.
people getting fired, but the reality is like we're not at a point in the season where it technically makes sense to fire
I
someone.
would have fired Greer into the sun already, dude. You
No,
can fire
it
Greer.
won't accomplish
keep-
anything. It won't accomplish
You
anything.
might as well keep McDaniel around.
Because you're gonna have the
for a little
same roster here, so it doesn't matter. Just leave them in there. It doesn't matter.
bit. But yeah, let's get someone that's more, I don't know, get used to the system and get comfortable. He's got to get his office ready for the draft.
I don't think we have anybody ready for that though. Like
No,
internally.
I don't even know who we get, man. We're gonna end up getting some.
Rex Ryan.
Oh, if we hire Rex Ryan as our head coach, I'm actually going to.
No, it'd be over for me.
I don't even know. Like it wouldn't be close. But again, I'm stranglehold. They have me.
No,
But
it's disgusting.
that would be so far down my list
Yeah.
of like it would be honestly I'd hire first off I'd hire Antonio before I hire Rex Ryan. All right, so
Let's go.
so yeah, that's Finn's talk for today.
Yeah. No. That's pretty much it. There's really not much to talk about. Everyone knows what the situation is.
Yeah.
There's a very, 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 very glim chance for the rest of the season, and it starts with the Chargers. But reality is it's an uphill battle. And like we said, we knew by like week 7 what the state of the season will be. And we're on the other side of that. There's a small glimpse that you can hold on to some hope based off these next 3 weeks. But these next 3 weeks obviously determine the fate of this season and the fate of this team as a whole. So and then from there you start. If we lose the next 3, then it's rebuild and here we go again. But it sucks to even be in this situation. And as a football fan of a team, people got to sympathize for us because it's crazy. It's crazy. We have the longest active drought of any professional team without a playoff win. You talk about the Browns being the laughingstock. We are the laughingstock. We just do a good job of putting Band-Aids on things.
The issue is that there's so many laughing stocks in the NFL.
No, but we're at the top. I'm sorry. If you have the longest active drought in playoff.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying that there's so many laughing stocks. That's why no one feels bad for us. And we're loud, we're obnoxious. And I wouldn't want it any other way. But there's the NFL is, it's really it's been so dominant by the Chiefs and Niners and now Eagles that it's just there's so many teams like us, but not to our level. But we're in the trash. We share the trash with maybe 3 other teams.
Yeah.
We are the bottom of the barrel. So it sucks. It's like us, the Cowboys, and the Bengals. So
What's going on out there? Oh, is that what that is? I thought the building was falling.
My God. Our last words. Our last words.
I was like, oh, we're going down with the
Yeah,
fins.
we're going down.
It's very on brand.
We're going down with the fins. Well, yeah, that pretty much does it for our Dolphins talk. We could touch a little lightly on that Tallahassee game and that FIU game. But before we touch on I'm doing this. You know,
Yeah,
you don't
look at
gotta dance over there and
look at him.
show
He's
off.
extra
and
jumpy over there.
Almost blow a 28-3 lead.
He's extra jumpy over there. Look at him. He's extra jumpy.
This guy.
This freaking guy. Man.
What was it? Tell me a little bit about like what the hell's going on with FIU?
Yeah, that one sucked. We got
the last 2
doors.
weeks sucked.
The last 2 weeks have sucked. Our doors have been completely blown off. And yeah, I don't know what it is because it's funny because like the whole time in my head I'm like, man, like where was the team that went to State College and put up a fight?
Right.
And then we learned Penn State actually stinks. So
right.
like,
I was about to say they just lost to UCLA. So maybe we
like,
hung with a team that's not good.
Just stink?
Yeah.
But no, man, this team again, first year coach. It's you want to expect more, right? But we're sitting at 2-3. Again, at the end of the day, you got to get to 6, right? If we don't get to 6, then I'm going to be, we're not going to be firing Willie. Willie's been great so far.
Of course.
But for me, a lot of it falls on what I've seen the most is that Kiwan is struggling, and it's not only that he's struggling. The coaches don't trust him. They don't seem to trust him.
Mm-hmm.
They're not allowing him to showcase himself, right? Is that because they don't think he can? Or is it because, he's just really, maybe not as good as we want him to be, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It just sucks. We got absolutely destroyed, which is crazy because, like, even, like, again, we beat FAU and even against Delaware, who's proven to be a good team, right? Delaware looks really good, and we hung around with them. Honestly, we could have won that game. By the way, we killed ourselves in the first half. But then it's just like you think you can regroup after a bye week, and then we didn't, and we just got like embarrassed.
We got smoked.
We got embarrassed. So I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I can give you a full answer yet because I need to see how conference play is going to go. Because the conference is still wide open. UConn's not
you got
the
Western Kentucky though this week, who's
I know
5-1, I think.
5-1. They beat Delaware, so and it's on the road.
Yeah.
So again, like I need a little bit more time, but right now I'm not in a good place with any of my teams.
Yeah.
And FIU being one of them. What started off as such an amazing season, what's the possibly Cinderella-esque.
Yeah, we were saying,
you know what I mean?
Maybe if Simmons only lasts a year because he goes and he coaches us into the playoffs,
exactly.
his first year.
But
that ended very quickly.
Yes, it did. But again, the conference is wide open, right?
Yes.
Western Kentucky is clearing away.
Mm-hmm.
Not clearing away because Western Kentucky and Delaware, I think, are very close to being 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the conference is beatable, right?
Yeah.
So where do we stack up with the rest of them? And if we can get to 6, it's still an overwhelming, huge success. If we can go bowling, that's all I ask for.
It's a great step in the right direction.
Yeah. Of course, would I love to be competing for the conference? We're not there yet, and this game definitely proves that.
Yeah.
But let's hold the horses to see if we can, compete in the conference.
Yeah.
Because if we can't compete in the conference, then we're in trouble. This season's boom out the window, and we just and then you get the full offseason of Simmons and see what he can do to build back up. So. But yeah, not great. Not a great sports weekend for me.
No.
That was ugly. So.
Yeah. No, I think the Keon situation is interesting. I've wanted to root for the guy and of course root for the guy.
I like the kid, man. He's a good kid.
And I think he's got flashes of talent, right? But it's that level of inconsistency that we've seen, over the last couple of years, really. And
completely agree.
And it's like certain decisions and throws that just seem to be off, and it's like maybe that's part of the reason, like you were saying, like the trust factor is not there because you don't know what Keon you're gonna get because we know he's got it. He'll go
the goods
and make that one mistake like we saw in that Delaware game.
Yeah.
terrible interception in the end zone, and you're like,
He's very turnover.
Oh my
He's
God.
had a lot of turnovers.
yeah.
This year. And
But
this year,
I think that's the
fumbles,
decision making. I don't know schematically if he's still trying to adjust to a new offense, on his side.
But it's just so weird because he looks so good these first 3 weeks. Like not that he was like superstar level,
No.
right? But like he was playing well, and I mean we're 2-1,
control.
2-1
Yeah.
in control, and then these last 2 weeks it's been a steep fall.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Let's see.
Bounce back week this week.
COSA-tober, my favorite time of year, kicks off next week. Tuesday
games.
Tuesday games.
Yeah. So, but this Saturday.
Bye week.
Bye week.
Well,
okay.
It's a bye week because we play on Tuesday.
Because we play on.
Yeah.
Got
So,
you. Okay.
Yeah, so
Makes
it's like a
sense.
bye week, but we technically play 3 days
Got
later.
you.
So,
Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. Listen, I think that I still think Willie's the real deal. So let's see if he can turn this thing around and get us to 6. We got to get 4. We got to get 4 of the next 7.
7, right?
Yeah. 4 of the next 7. Road to 6, baby.
You had that start for a reason. Should be able to get there.
Yes, I agree.
I think they
agree.
at least put themselves in a position to get
Yeah.
to 6. So we'll see.
Yeah. Tally time.
Yeah.
Bring in the dancing poochies.
Talk to me, Dre.
Actually, honestly, Tallahassee, phenomenal place as always.
It was so much fun.
Great
it was a lot
time,
of fun.
great vibe.
I won't. I'll say that I had a blast, and it was a really fun experience. My first game in Doak Campo, experiencing a game there. So
Yeah.
as at the beginning of the game, it was cool to see that tradition, and I'm a guy that respects tradition, so I respected.
Yeah. What was up with UM fans hating tradition?
Who hated tradition?
A lot of comments saying like that shit's whack. It's annoying.
I think it was
That's
just
a lack
like,
of respect.
No, it wasn't lack of respect. don't make us enemies now.
What is it then?
I didn't say anything.
No, not that's not directed at you.
I think people think they overused the word chance, like a little too much. I think that was the one thing I saw.
Overuse the word chant. It's called being in your home stadium,
No, I got you.
using what you
I'm saying
represent.
that's the only thing I saw people maybe complaining about a little bit.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I was cool with that. I encouraged it.
Lack of respect from the damn Cane fans. That's all I'm gonna
man.
say.
Listen, why are you turning this on me now?
I'm turning it at your people, not you.
Okay. But no, look.
No, it was a good game. It was a good
lot of
game.
fun.
It was a good game. You guys steamrolled the first 3 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Without the first drive, I hated that we took 3 there. We needed to take 3 there. I get it. But you had such an impressive drive to kick off the game. You're like, this is exactly what you need to do by getting the ball first and scoring and then getting a stop on top of it. But then it was just downhill after that. I thought the game plan was exactly what FSU expected to do. Just UM executed the counter to the game plan that we brought. Stack the box and just throw the ball over the top. And it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked off a couple turnovers that we had. We didn't really give up much of the running game, which, we knew we couldn't let that happen. And it was forced Carson Beck to beat us. And Carson Beck did beat us ultimately. I mean, he threw for 4 TDs, over 250 yards. Like, he had a very, very efficient game and did exactly what he was supposed to do and more. So like, it was more like, hey, props to the Canes being able to play in a hostile environment and also counter what the game plan was for FSU, because I thought the game plan was correct, right? In Virginia, it wasn't, right? This guy said, oh, I don't want to blitz because, they have a running quarterback over there in Virginia. And what did he do? Run for 3 touchdowns. So clearly that game plan didn't work.
Yeah.
This game plan felt like the right game plan. It's just you guys executed to perfection.
And it also helps out, our O-line is who we are. And I mean,
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
I think on both sides of the ball, it was more or less of like taking away what was the supposed strengths. Like, I feel like on our end, it was containing Tommy, which I feel like for the most part, I mean, I don't feel like we let him he obviously did a lot with his legs.
Second and third quarter, really, he didn't do much of anything.
I think he ended with 57 yards rushing on the day, I believe was the number.
I don't know where he finished.
I think it was 57. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 57. But I don't think, if he did break off for a run, it wasn't like on a crazy 40-yard run for a touchdown. Like, we pretty much kept him in check the most time. And I mean, unfortunately for Tommy, man, he he thrives outside the pocket, and I feel like for the majority of the game, outside of maybe the fourth quarter, where I want to get into that.
Yes,
but
we
I
gotta
feel
talk about
like
that fourth quarter.
we kept him pretty contained for the most part, and even times where our guys get free, they didn't attack him. They kind of stayed back and let him make him try to make a decision, and those decisions led to errant passes. He tried taking shots.
Yeah, he was late on a couple of those throws.
Yeah.
That turned into turnovers because I do think at least one of the ones that he threw in the back of the end zone was just a late find. If he finds that early, and is looking downfield, has a potential to be a really big play. But Tommy did not see it, and it turned into turnovers that were not good. Yeah, I also think that 4th and 8 play earlier in the game was not a good call by Norvell. Norvell has the offense out there, calls a timeout, and then you're thinking, okay, he was just trying to bluff. Then he brings the offense back out, and you're like, bro, 4th and 8?
Yeah,
I think the middle of the field.
I was thinking around a couple.
What are we doing here? And then what was the next play?
We scored a touchdown.
Touchdown.
I was sitting around a couple.
Because he threw the pick deep, and you guys returned it like 30-something yards right there, and then boom, deep shot right there.
I was in the stands, and even me, I was like, "What a stupid decision that was! What a stupid
I didn't like that.
play."
It's like, okay, you're gonna go for it on 4th and 8 there. Then why don't you go for it on the first drive of the game when you're there, like at the 10-15 yard line, and go for it there?
And then the thing was, it wasn't even like a play to get 8 yards. They took a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And it was
thinking there's a punt. Then you give up a 30-yard return on it.
And they tried doing that like Tommy did. I think I saw after it was like no look and then snap and like try to get people off guard. But I mean, listen, man, I'm gonna keep on giving credit to this defense and what they've been able to prove up until this point. I mean, they look stout, for really the better part of 3 quarters and a little bit into the fourth. I mean, we held you guys to 3 points, and I mean, you can talk about, and like we'll talk about a little bit, but I think the Canes have just proven themselves. Not even just to boast about my own team, but I think they are a legitimate national title contender. I think we can beat you in a variety of ways, and right now it's just a matter of teams picking their poison. Do you want us to run all over you, or do you want us to go over top? Because now we've proven we can do both, and we're not doing it against the Grambling stage. We're not doing it against these smaller schools. We have 3 ranked wins.
Grambling State, bro. What did they do?
I know. I didn't mean to call them out. I apologize to Grambling State, but you know what I mean. Like we're doing it against teams that have success. We're doing it against I think we lead the nation in ranked wins. And then you look at what Florida just did to Texas. I mean, we're doing it against good competition where we're either passing it or running it, and we just have a variety of ways to beat you. And we trust our defense so much that we can be up, 28-3 and just completely abandon an offense and be like, it's all right, defense, you're going to hold your own, which, we can talk about that. And it's been something I've been talking about, and I talked about it the last podcast. It's, and I think I'm going to quote Josh Pat here, and he said, along the line something like, you can take your foot off the gas, but don't turn off the car. Because if there's a situation where maybe this team kind of creeps back in, and you get the ball back, maybe maybe when FSU scored their first touchdown, even when they scored their second touchdown, you're like, all right, let's go get a field goal, right? Let's not be stupid and take a huge shot downfield. Let's go get a field goal at least. Play for 3, because if you score 3 there when it's 19-28 at that point, you up 31-19. I mean, the game's over unless a miracle. And we went pretty complacent for the most part. I know we took a couple shots there, on the last drive when it was already. What was it? At that when it was 19-28, and we tried to make it happen. But at that point, like you already laid back the majority of the fourth quarter, so to get that car started back up again, and football's a game of like being in the groove. I mean, when you play, maybe you don't start off so hot, but as you get into the groove of the game, you improve. Obviously, we were in a very big groove. Everything was clicking, everything was working, and then you stop the car, and it's like, okay, let's go out there and be playmakers again. And your guys, you get cold. Yeah. And for a better sense of it, it's not like you're not out there, you're not trying, but you get cold. It's like some things aren't clicking. Whereas if you just keep on hammering away, and you're like, okay, 28-3 is a good lead, let's go 35-3 and like just shut down this game and empty out the stadium. Yeah. But in reality,
what you guys did, I mean, the stadium was pretty dang empty.
I mean, I think we scored,
and I'm here sitting in that stadium thinking like, holy cow, we have a meaningful onside kick. Miami, how meaningful that onside kick is, even if we recovered it, is very minimal. There were seconds left, maybe 20-something seconds left.
It would have been like 20 seconds. Yeah, and you had to score a touchdown.
And you had to go score a touchdown, but you're like, holy cow, can you imagine being a fan, leaving when you left the game, and then watching like at least a game meaningful drive with like 25 seconds left, and God knows what happens. Like those fans would have shot themselves in the foot for that.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was there when it was 28-3, and I'm like, dude, I can't watch this anymore. Like,
We were texting.
I'm not enjoying. I texted him. I'm like, I'll see you at the Airbnb. I'm definitely not going out. You know, like I'm not. Like, there's no. Like, what am I gonna do? What is there to celebrate? Nothing. There was nothing to celebrate. I enjoyed the moment. The beginning of that game was phenomenal, and the environment was electric. But when you go 28-3, it sucks the life out of you.
Yeah, it was 28-3 going into the fourth quarter. So I mean,
And then we literally gave ourselves a drive, and we're
Yeah.
like, all right, 28-10, whatever, blah, blah. Then it was stop. Holy shit, 28-17. We're like, barely any time, but let's just keep seeing how far this can go.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, holy cow, at least we made it a damn game that I could sit there in the fourth quarter and be like, okay, there was some meaningful football left at the end of that game.
It was just too good, too late.
Yeah.
And I told you when
If there was 3 more minutes left in that game, you guys would have lost.
Sure, we can play the what if game, but I mean, look, not to shit on you guys and not to be a dead horse, but no, I'm.
Where are you going with this?
No, I'm just saying, like, it was a dominant performance by the Canes.
Oh my, here we go.
It was a dominant performance by the Canes.
Here we
guys.
go. Was it really a dominant performance?
Yes, go to the stats. Yes, go to the stats. For reality is, I'm not trying to shit on you, Dre. I'm not trying to shit on the FSU. I'm just saying it was a fake comeback. It was.
Oh, no. We're going to play this game now.
was
Oh,
a
okay.
fake
All right, here we go.
comeback. It was a fake
All right,
comeback.
here we go.
It was a fake
Here we go.
comeback.
A fake comeback.
It was a fake comeback.
Fake comeback.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It was a fake comeback.
When
Look, it got interesting.
you guys should have never even let that game get to that point. If you guys dominated, then win 40-3.
I understand, but that's my problem
That's
with Mario.
dominating.
But that's my problem with Mario. He doesn't go out there and do
my
it.
God. No. Now you got me fired up.
He doesn't do that. That's the problem with Mario.
Dominating is not winning by 6.
100%, and I agree.
So?
But for 3 quarters, for what is it?
3 quarters. How many quarters are in a football game?
There's 4.
Okay, that's what I
But
thought.
for 3 quarters, we were the better football team out there. We made it too
Syracuse
late.
last year. You guys dominated that game too. What happened there?
Listen, we lost that game.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, I'm not trying to harp on the past. I'm just telling you right now, we were the best team on that field yesterday for the majority of the game.
3 quarters.
For the majority of the game, yes. It got
Okay,
interesting
yeah.
there at the end. And I'm not saying, listen, FSU is still a good team. There's a reason that they are as good an offense as they are.
100%.
But the gap was just too big. We got too much of a lead.
You guys
to bring
played a
it
better
back.
game than us, but it was not a dominant game.
No, it wasn't a dominant game because we didn't make it. We could have. And that's my.
And why didn't you?
Because Mario Cristobal has a fear of going for the kill shot, and that's what we
He
were
went for
talking
the kill shot multiple times.
Nah, not as much as he did before. The
Throwing the ball twice on 3rd down and 4th down. What is that?
They
Is that being
weren't-
conservative?
Okay, on that drive when it was already 19-28, yeah. But when you're 4th quarter, you get the ball back. Yes, they go score 1 touchdown. Okay, hey, they got a little bit of life. Let's just go shut down the game.
I get
And
it.
you don't do that. But I'm saying we had the game in our hands and we took care of it. I mean, I was very comfortable. I saw 20-3 and I saw you guys make a little bit of a comeback, but at no point was I.
No,
maybe
there
on
was
the
no
outside
reason to
kick,
sweat. I
I
mean,
wasn't sweating.
but I mean, the reality is you can't give up 19 points in the 4th quarter.
No,
in a
100%.
game where you're saying that you're dominating.
100%. And
Because
I agree.
that's literally been your guys' kryptonite for the
And
last couple of years.
I agree. And then last year, our problem was we had to score 45 points to win a football game. Now we know we can score 28-3, or we can score 28, 30 points and win a
100%.
football game. Now, do I think our defense is still amazing when they're 10 toes down, they're playing up front and personal? 100%. But our defense, they took away the deep shots. And like I told you earlier today, it was like that 19-play drive late in the game. It's not like
no,
the
that's not
best
what
in
you
your
want
odds.
to do when there's 8 minutes
Yeah,
left in the
exactly.
game.
So
Your
we
defense
gave
is giving you what they're supposed to
we
give.
gave you what you're supposed
1000%.
to, and you know what? Credit to you guys. You made it a little bit interesting there. 100%. You made it interesting. You at least, credit to FSU. They didn't bend over and just,
Oh
let go
yeah,
of the game.
listen. I left that game feeling so much better than I thought I was gonna leaving
Yeah.
that game. Because God, I'm telling you, in that 3rd quarter, I was depressed. And then they made it a game, and I'm like, you know what? I respect the hell out of the fact that they kept themselves in it. They kept fighting, and they at least showed something, because it was bleak there for a moment, but they showed like, hey, we can compete. We're going to fight, and we're going to give ourselves a chance. And that's all you can ask for a team that, yes, UM was the better team for 3 quarters, not even a question. And they are definitely the better team on paper. Like we all knew that going into this game. There's a reason why you're 4.5 favorites, reason why you're a top 5 team in the country. And reality is the reason why we weren't ranked to start the season, right? Like we didn't really know what to expect out of this Florida State team. And they go and beat Bama. You don't really know what that win really meant at the time. And, then they lose to Virginia. And this team has still got questions, for sure. But the reality is, like, a couple decisions really could have been the determining factor in that game. Yeah. 2 bad turnovers, a bad decision that was also a bad decision on 4th down.
We had forced 3 turnovers in that
But
game.
two really bad turnovers, with the picks. And then, one of them was off of a bad decision on 4th down. But I mean, we're driving the ball all game. We weren't putting up points that because of the turnovers. But reality is, like, time of possession was there. Everything that you can ask for. Time of possession was there. We were moving the ball, like all the things that we're supposed to do against a top 5 team in the country, but we weren't executing. And the same thing was the same case in Virginia. Self-inflicted wounds. You can't. When you're playing the number 5 team in the country, you cannot turn the ball over 3 times and then not get turnovers on defense. Like, you're not going to win that game. Yeah. This is the reality of the fact.
No, you gave us. You
got to play a cleaner game.
I think on those 3 turnovers, I think we started the ball either on the 50-yard line or already in our territory for most of those.
Yeah, 100%.
Outside of the one that was in the back of the end zone.
Right.
But like the first interception, this kid brought it back.
Yeah, he brought it back to basically to 50-yard line.
And the fumble, I think you hadn't even crossed the 50-yard line. It was right there.
Nope.
So a lot of our scores came from
40-yard line.
Short field positions, but those are plays that win games. And when you start the drive with
1,000%.
and I think
you maybe get away with it when you're playing, not a top 5 team. But when you're playing a top 5 team, you're not going to get away with that.
I think right now, and the biggest challenge for the Canes right now is, I hate to say it, but there's no glaring holes on this team.
You can't think too far ahead of your Canes. That's really
right? You still have to go week by week because right now everyone is want to play spoiler. Everyone is going to come and play like they are the number 1 team in the country next to you, and they're going to give you everything that's in their book bag.
Yeah.
Whatever they got, every trick play is coming your way. Now, it is your job to not fall into the same fucking trap that happens every single year where you lose one of these games because you're not ready.
Right.
Do I think that culture is very far beyond us? 100%, because I think
that exists in that
I
locker
think
room
we
right
have legitimate dogs on this team, and we have guys that aren't going to let that happen. It goes from the guys that have been there for 3 years that Mario Cristobal brought in and groomed. Right. The transfers have bought in. Number 8, Jacoby Thomas, a beast, our O-line. All those guys are all dogs on the offense. And on the defense, we have Ruben Bain, Mesidor, our linebackers, our DBs.
Yeah.
And we have freshmen now buying into the same culture. Malachi Tony right now might be one of the best receivers in the country and by far the best freshman in the country.
Him and CJ are both very good.
So we have guys.
I think the wide receiver play for you guys has exceeded expectations.
It's been a catalyst because that was one of the question marks on this team outside the defense.
Not to say that they were bad to begin with, they weren't bad to begin with going into the season, but to be able to see the plays.
Yeah.
You talk about the catch against Notre Dame by CJ.
Oh,
Malachi just being a guy that gets open and creates space.
The best play of the game was called back.
And then Carson Beck trusting those guys.
So a lot of people have been questioning Carson Beck's ability to throw the ball. And look, this is the first.
There's no reason to question the guy.
There's no reason.
He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
Anyone that's been in South Florida the last couple weeks knows that it's been monsoon after monsoon in this place. It's been raining, but I will say a lot of people, the game plan was this guy's coming off of surgery, whatever it may be. Let's go to the run game. And no team has really been able to stop the run game as much, and people were giving us the run lanes and everything like that. Obviously, they saw the first game. They saw C.J. Daniels. They saw Malachi. Now, it's going to be pick your poison. What are we going to defend? We're going to let Malachi Tony take a 10-yard pass to 50 yards to the house and, do that. So it's we are the most balanced team in college football.
1,000%.
On both sides of the ball. We can beat you in a multitude of ways.
And you have won multiple ways.
And we are, as of now, as of week 6, we are comfortable playing with the lead. We're comfortable playing with the lead. We're okay letting you kind of, creep your way back in, but when it comes time to it, we're going to hold ourselves down.
So look, you guys are playing with fire, though.
We are playing with fire. It's
you look at the Georgia game, the Notre Dame game, and the Florida State game.
The Georgia game.
I mean, not Georgia. Florida game, Notre Dame game, and the Florida State game.
Yeah, look, there's points, and that's my thing. we have to find the balance of
It's
playing.
not to say that like, oh my God, you're gonna blow it, but
Yeah.
you open the door of opportunity.
And I think we
to
need to
blow
go.
it.
We have another bye week this week. Let's go back to the books and find a way. Okay, how can we play safe but not stop running an offense?
Right.
How do we keep momentum going so if there comes a time where a team mounts a comeback and our defense isn't having the best day possible, can we go out there and score another touchdown if need be?
Yeah.
Which in reality is just an adjustment of like, hey guys, you know what? We're gonna play conservative. We're not gonna take 50-yard shots, but we can't stop this offense from doing its thing. Because when the offense is going and when it's running at four cylinder or 8 cylinders, that shit looks unstoppable.
Yeah.
Because now we can run the ball down your throat, we can pass it, we can do a multitude of things, and our defense for the most part is gonna hold teams. And it's been a theme out of all these things. We're leading by a considerable amount in the fourth quarter of all these games. Outside of Florida, which listen, credit to Florida, their defense
they got a good defense.
is legit. Their
100%.
defense is legit, and we've gone up against a lot of good teams this year. Florida State, probably the best offense we're going to see this year, probably until the playoffs come around.
Yeah.
Maybe even all year for a matter of fact, because I mean, Florida does have a good offense, and Gus Malzone and Tommy Castellanos, very explosive college offense. We just we have a guy that's very smart as a DC, and we have the players to combat it. I mean, we're very fast on the edges. We know how to contain.
Yeah.
It was a great recipe to beat you guys, but I do want to see us just go into these games. Don't look at the logo. Play the team. Play your game. Go ahead. Just don't take your foot off the gas unless you're up 55-2 in the fourth quarter, and then you'll be okay. Put the backups in.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a freaking USF game where we're up 35-0 in the fourth quarter, then it's like, okay, dude, if they go out and score 5 touchdowns in 15 minutes of a game, then you know what? We deserve to lose. That's a collapse.
That's a collapse.
And even our backups aren't even that bad either. So, coño, just go out there and just stop them a couple of times. Make it take a couple of long drives. And then on offense, just fucking chew some clock. So, regardless, look, I think we are the best team in the country. Not by far.
Don't say by far.
Not by far.
Don't say by far.
But I do think, as of right now, week 6, I do think we have the best resume in college football. I think we have the most balanced team in college football. And realistically, the only team that could right now on paper and what we've seen so far match up with us is the likes of Ohio State and Oregon. I think we run through everyone else, right? And I'm trying to be humble about it because teams are already calling us. People are already buying their national championship tickets, and I'm like, dude, don't do that, yeah? Settle down, bro. It's only week 6, bro, and dude, we just saw UCLA 0-4 fire their whole staff and beat Penn State.
Yeah.
It's a fucking parody, bro.
Oh, yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
Florida forgot to play football, and then they go out and beat Texas, which thank God, because finally Texas gets the veil finally comes off on Texas.
Yeah.
But dude, there's these games. You guys against Bama, no one thought you guys were going to win that game, and you, for the most part, dominated that game.
No, we did dominate that game.
You dominated that game. So every team, when they're going against us, they see number 2, and they're like, how the fuck are we going to beat them?
Yeah.
Because if we're the only win they have the rest of the year, they're like, we freaking won the season.
Yeah. No, of course. When you're up there, you got a target on your back, and everybody's going to want to try to beat you.
At this point, bro, we have no reason to lose. We can't afford, because then it's just going to derail
the rest of your
train.
Schedule. You obviously are going to be favored in every game.
We're going to be favored by. We're probably going to be double-digit favorites in every single game moving forward.
I don't know about double-digit, but yeah, you'll definitely be probably
the only game that maybe not against Louisville, because Louisville has shown some flashes throughout the season. But the Stanfords, the Pitts, the VTechs. I mean, we're going to be double-digit favorites in a lot of games.
Yeah.
So don't look at the spread. Just go out there and play the same brand of football. Right. Bring the same team. Bring the first 3 quarters of Miami Hurricanes football, the 4 quarters in all those games.
Yeah.
Right? If it means running up the score and just blowing people out, then go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it, Mario. Because unfortunately, when it comes time to go play the Oregons and stuff,
you got to be ready to.
You got to be ready to freaking. You can't go the whole season forgetting to play in the fourth quarter, and then one of these. Yes, some team is gonna fucking is gonna shock us.
Is gonna come.
But as of now, it's working in our favor, right? Last year it was hero ball. This year it's okay. Let's not. We're up ahead, but So I'm happy with us so far. I think we're amazing. I love this team. I think we have all the recipes of being a national champion, but we have to go week by week. A lot of football left. Let's go through the season, and hopefully you guys, kind of turn things around, man, because you guys were looking super promising early on.
Yeah. No, I listen. I'm rooting for you guys because. Let me finish. Because I want Georgia Tech and Virginia to go lose a couple games, us to win out and see you guys in the ACC championship.
That'll be awesome.
And not let you guys win an ACC championship again. That would be the icing on the
Hey,
cake.
listen, dude, that'll be biblical to see you guys again. That'll be biblical.
That's what I'm rooting for.
That'll be biblical.
We got to control our own destiny. You guys will be fine. I'm not worried about that. I'm just hoping we can find a way to sneak back to the top.
And I mean,
And
listen,
shock
I
the
think
world.
you guys have a couple more favorable games. I mean, you play Florida late in the year, so we'll see how they go.
Yeah.
But I mean, unfortunately for you guys, you just can't afford another loss right
No,
now.
we can't.
You can't. And
Like for the sake of like college football playoff talk, ACC championship talk.
even
ACC championship talk, all
to
that.
build off what was set the standard after that Bama win to go then and now,
Yeah.
and then lose that.
We were unranked to start the year, and we had 2 wins last year. So the standard going into the season, honestly, for me, was like 8, 9 wins, and I would have been ecstatic.
Yeah.
So Bama winning obviously kind of changed the dynamic of the season. But yeah, I mean, I think the team's good enough to do it, but we're going to need a lot of help.
Yeah. And I mean, the other teams are just on a roll right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgia Tech looks good. Virginia looks good. I mean, and right now, I mean, for the most part, I think our ticket is pretty much locked for the ACC championship.
I remember you guys said that with like 3 weeks in the season last year.
Last year, we had it coming. But
don't do it again.
regardless, I loved going to Doak. It was awesome to experience that.
Yep.
The city, the bars, everything was a blast. Obviously, I loved winning, but I loved the experience of going out there and seeing some historical football traditions.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It was awesome. Tallahassee's always great, and
Respect.
We'll see you in 2 years. We'll see you in 2 years in Doak again. We'll see you in 2 years again in Doak. We'll see you 2 years in Doak. We'll see you 2 years in Doak.
Pooches, you're too nice, brother.
No, he was taking a turn on me there.
It was
I was nice.
By the way,
I was nice and relaxed.
absolute
talking.
ridiculous. By the way, they did dominate you. What? They dominated you for 3 quarters, and I hate them. And they
How many
dominated
quarters are in a football game? Yeah, they
No,
did
listen,
dominate us
here's
for
the-
3 quarters.
That's what I'm saying. They dominated you for 3, and you dominated them for 1. You know what I mean? You gotta-
Exactly, and that was the difference in the game.
I'm just saying. You know.
We also had 400 yards of total offense too.
in the 4th quarter.
No, we were neck and neck.
I'm done with this combo.
We were neck and neck with them the whole time. Time of possession, yards, everything. Everything was right here.
This is a long episode already.
Don't
But I refuse.
ever
I refuse.
compliment the Canes.
I will never. Talk about the Cats, baby. Let's talk a little Cats.
Yeah.
before we get out of
What's
here.
the situation?
We just won.
Let's go.
1-0, baby.
What a way to
1-0.
start off the
What a way to
season,
start
boys.
the season. The back-to-back champs.
No Chucky, no Barky, and here we
Back-to-back
are
champs
defending.
are winning again. Just won 3-2. Just beat the Blackhawks. Lifted the banner. The boys are probably hungover from getting their rings last night and still pulled it off. No Barky, no Chucky, no problem.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Hockey season's here.
hockey season's here. We're a hockey town. Relinquish
Yes.
my football need,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Cats, I love you.
Oh yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see if we can do the unthinkable,
Oh,
especially
God,
with
if we go 3-peat, oh my god.
with what unfortunately has happened already to start the
Yes.
season. But if we can make it happen, man, I'm ready for it again.
Me too.
See you at Elbow Room.
See you at elbow room. See you at elbow room.
Peace.